successive season. It's a round of 16 exit from the Champions League. This despite having the two most expensive players in the world on their books, although of course Neymar wasn't available for that second leg.
Even so.
Unai Emery has been there 1.5 years.
Yep.
He's only got a 2-year deal. Can he ride this out?
No, absolutely not. No. He was brought in to further this football club in the Champions League. They give him the money to do so. He bought some fantastic players, apparently, but they just didn't do it. And it sort of stems back for me, to the penalty incident earlier in the season. Cavani and Neymar having a bit of a spat, who's taking the penalty. That wasn't dealt with. You've got to be the boss. When you've got high-profile players with egos the size of the earth, you've got to jump on these players. And he didn't do that for me. So that was a sign of weakness. And for him to be knocked out of the Champions League, it's just unacceptable. And the way they got knocked out, I mean, you'd think they'd come into the game playing like lions. They didn't. They played like kittens. And Real Madrid, second gear, cigar in the mouth, it was too easy for them.
Okay, so not surprisingly, there's a long list of names now being linked with taking over from Unai Emery, either before the end of the season or presumably in the summer. This is, I mean, it's a big list. It's a well-renowned list. Your man's at the top of it.
He most certainly is. Antonio Conte, I think he's exactly what these football clubs need. He's so resolute in his vision for the team. His training methods, some find it difficult, but they get results. Look at what he did at Chelsea when he came in last season. Was able to win the Premiership. I remember going to a game, watching him coaching against Guardiola in City last season, and they beat him 3-1. He wasn't showboating on the sidelines. He was making sure that his front three, Pedro, Diego Costa and Hazard, who were fairly difficult players to handle, so I'm told, he never let them have 1 minute, 1 second of breathing space. He was always onto them about being, when they're out of possession, where they should be. Now, that's what this football club needs. They need somebody to go in with a vision, with a track record that the players will immediately respect and say, okay, we've got to button down here, lads, because this guy means business. I think he'd be perfect for this football club.
But the only caveat perhaps being the way it's kind of going downhill at Chelsea now, where he's falling out with the owners, but also his Champions League record isn't great. But you'd back him at PSG. Yeah,
because I think the owners will back him as well. Look, with financial fair play, wherever all this comes in, whether he can sign other players, whatever he can do. But surely there's enough talent there to get a better performance than we saw. I mean, yes, they didn't have Neymar, but even with Neymar, would they have been able to overcome, a very talented Real Madrid side? So I back him. I think if you look at the list of candidates that are available, I think he'd be perfect.
All right, well, that's Paul's man. Let us know who you think should replace Unai Emery. And again, we should mention he's still in the job at the moment. We wish him the best over the next few months as he tries to ride the turbulent